Hi people, it's your girl Goodness Bella Boniface, and today I have my boss on the other side of the seat, and I would love him to introduce himself, sir.
So I need an introduction. All right,
Of
for those who
course,
doesn't know
you
me,
do.
my name is Sunday Ipnam, the CEO of Ipnam's TV, and today I'm in the wrong seat.
No, he's not in the wrong seat. Other side of the seat.
Yeah, I'm the other side of the
Yes,
seat.
he's my guest today, and
All right.
I'm happy that you are my guest.
Thank you.
And
Anytime.
today, people, we're going to be talking about pampering your child in this Gen Z generation. And we're going to be talking about the effects of pampering your child and how you should know what to do and how to do it. So, sir, would you want to explain what do you think are the effects of over pampering a child in this generation that we are in?
You know, let me start with saying that this generation we are now, it's called soft life. You know,
Mado.
it's like soft life. You know, they believe so much in meeting a child's needs more than working on that child. You know, a child is just like a plain sheet. His brains, his thinking, everything just like
empty.
a plain sheet. Yes, it's empty. So whatever you write on a plain sheet, you know, it remains.
Yes.
You understand? And if you erase, you will know that something came in, but it was erased. You know, in the cost of we trying to live a soft life, like because let me say, for instance, our fathers, they went to farm, they suffered all those things, you understand?
Yeah.
So trying to say that my child will suffer what I suffer.
Exactly.
So because of that, I'll provide anything he needs. If he say he needs a phone, voila.
You give him
the phone, you understand? If
no matter how much it is.
not even no matter how, you just want to make the child happy. That is your own opinion.
Okay.
Yes, you just want to make the child happy. Like anything the child is doing, it's as long as it makes him happy. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what the father or the mother wants from that child. Just to make him happy. Not knowing that you're creating a scenario for that child to be lazy. That's number one.
Okay.
That child is going to be lazy. He will not be self-independent of himself.
Exactly.
He will grow into a stage where he's 20, 30, and he's still asking for money. Because you did not actually equip him in a way that he will grow to know that it's not as if you're punching the child.
Yeah.
But it's like you're trying to tell the person the basic way of life. That life is not as soft as it is. You understand?
Yes.
So pampering a child, in my own way, I don't see it as a very good way of raising up a child, because I think the negative aspect of it is more than the positive aspect of it. The children that has been pampered, if you look at them, most of them doesn't have manners.
Exactly. They don't have
They
responsibility.
don't have respect, because as long as you can actually cater for anything I do, you know, I don't think I need anything to stress myself for.
Exactly.
And some will keep telling you that they want their child to have that educational balance so that they will not stress the child. Whereof the child is in his room playing games, watching TikTok, and you know, because he has a phone.
Yeah.
Or she has a phone. But during those days in my time, let me start saying in my own time.
Okay,
you understand?
take us back there.
Getting a phone is not easy. Before you own any phone, you need to reward the phone.
You have to work hard.
Not even
Show
work,
no,
not
no,
even
like
work.
show your results. Show that you can earn it.
Yeah. So that time when you confess,
Yes.
they promise you a bicycle. They promise you something. You know,
Yes.
it makes you want to work
Hard.
more. It makes you want to work more. You understand? But this Gen Z generation nowadays, you know, is just soft life.
Soft life.
And the parents are not also
They're not
really
helping matters.
issues. Yes.
So when you talk, you said something about educational balance.
Yes.
Let me go there. Let me ask this question. When you see a child in school and then you see a parent coming to school to start warning the teacher, don't flog my child, don't flog my child, to an extent that he will go and report to the management of the school that this teacher is flogging my child. Meanwhile,
and they call it bully.
that's what they call it. No, but in some schools they actually do that. But that's not where I'm going to. The place I'm going to is where you see a parent to come to the school and complain that the teacher flogged my child because of so maybe the child injured somebody, you get, and then he'll be like, this child is not supposed to be flogged, you understand, and then they will exaggerate and exaggerate, believe whatever the child, even if it's true or not.
That's
they
what
believe
I was
it.
saying they feel is educational balance. That's what they feel. So because your child is in school, the child should not be trained. So the whole training is you. So if actually you believe that no teacher should touch your child, then you have no right bringing
The
your
child to school. Exactly.
So you teach him from home,
exactly.
so that you don't have any person
Touching
the
him.
child. And then you see why I said that it's pampering now. When you report a teacher to the school management, you've registered something in that
Child's mind. Exactly.
That
Like
my daddy
anything.
or my mommy can fight for me. Nobody is worth beating me. So that before you know, that child start misbehaving. You understand? Because if you touch, you say, I'll tell my father. If you touch me, I'll say, I'll tell my mother.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
And he's not even after the school. He doesn't even care about the school. All what he cares is, my daddy can provide for me.
True.
It's now he doesn't even, when he sees students reading, he doesn't care reading. What is he reading for? For what?
Because somebody is there to.
Yes, and
Money
sometimes
is
he
flowing.
even has to come back and tell the mom or the dad
Yeah.
that he knows what he did, but the teacher intentionally failed him or her.
And then you drag the child to school.
Yes.
With the book in the hand.
Yes.
He said this. Sometimes it will shame the child and shame the parents self.
Okay, some will even go to a length of changing that child from that school
To another school.
to another school.
Exactly.
Because he feels that child is being treated the way he or she
Doesn't like.
But these things is like, okay, let me go to the scripture a little bit. The Bible said the way you make your bed,
So you lie
so
on
you
it.
lie on it. So when you start spoiling this child in this way, when he grows old, he turns those aggressions to you.
Exactly. When he
Because-
doesn't see anybody to do it to. That's
You
true.
understand? Then you start seeing parents that would say, my child don't kill me, oh. My child don't kill me. I'm not saying your child, he or she was the one that
That's
started that thing. Now let me come to another aspect of life, which is, let me talk about the dressing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see mothers complain that my child dressed waywardly, but come to think about it, you see a mother will go to the market, carry his child or his daughter, mostly ladies,
Yeah.
and then go and buy clothes that have openings, like maybe show me your back, kind of, when the baby is still small. You understand?
Yeah.
You see those crazy, I see those crazy dressing, but to them they feel like it means
It's
nothing.
okay. Yeah.
It means nothing. It's just for the fashion. That child, you're registering that kind of clothing
Yeah.
to that child, knowingly and unknowingly to you.
Exactly.
Now you see a child as small as he is, they're already barbing him side cuts and other cuts.
There's one that I saw. They did zigzag on it.
Just a small child like that. You understand? Then he grew up. That's lifestyle he has met.
Yeah.
But you feel as if, okay, because he's your child, and then you're trying to make him look like
Celebrity.
Yeah.
When he has not gone anywhere.
Yeah, something like a small child, you see a small child wearing crazy jeans. And then when he grows up and start wearing those crazy jeans, as the mother, you start complaining. Like, what? But you've forgotten that this is what you actually laid in that child's mind when he or she was still small.
Yeah.
That's what the Bible says, that you should train up a child in the way he should grow. And when he grows, he would not.
Depart.
Yeah.
Carry on, Gio.
Not like Gio kind of stuff. But I'm just
Man
trying
of
to-
God.
I'm just trying to say. Now let me bring you to a limelight of something maybe you've observed. We are in
Yeah.
the northern part of Nigeria.
Yes.
But you try to see a Muslim girl, no matter how hot it is, she's still in her imam.
Yes.
In what's it called?
Himar.
Hijab. Or
Hijab. Yeah.
hijab.
Yeah.
That's how that girl was trained.
Yeah.
But other girls will still say it's hot, so you have to wear. It started
Let it be showing.
Yeah, it started
Kids,
from,
let breeze enter
from
now.
how the father or the mother
Trained them.
trained them.
Yeah.
It has to do with the training. Even speaking, sometimes you see a mother come to say, why did you beat my child? Maybe that child did something that is bad and you're trying to correct him or her.
Yeah.
But the father or the mother will pick offense. You've registered into that child that nobody is above correct. Everybody is above correcting him. It's only you that is.
Only you that wants to.
And in my dialect, it's been said that a man alone cannot train a child.
Speak it in the dialect. Let us hear.
I'm Igbo by choice. So.
Yes, it's Igbo from the eastern part of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So speak it. Let us hear.
Don't worry. Let me just explain it.
Okay.
A man or a wife, a husband and wife, does not train a child. It is the community that trains the child.
Yes, because he will still go out there.
He still goes out to meet people.
Yes.
You know? So that over pampering is a very, very dangerous thing. And then most family doesn't even know when they start doing it.
It makes the child not to even to be responsible. The child will not be responsible in anything.
No.
When you can't give a child, that kind of child, responsibility, and he will handle it well.
Those kind of children, they can't even wash plates.
They cannot.
You wouldn't even wash their.
They will provide a maid. They provide everything.
I'm not saying that taking care of a child is actually very bad, but what I'm saying in the whole thing is knowing how to take. There are some responsibilities that like a child should do.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
Now, one of the questions I do ask people is that if your dad have treated you the way you are treating your child, will you be this responsible?
That's the problem that people don't really think.
You understand?
That is just it. They don't see that part. They see it as my parents suffered my children. My parents suffered me.
Yes.
I washed the plates, I sweep the house, the big compound. I will not allow my children to do that.
Yes.
That is what they have in their mind.
Now I asked that question, when they were treating you that way, did you die?
Still living hell and hearty.
You did not die. You only make you better.
Yeah.
And that is why you're successful.
Exactly.
And you met life.
Yes.
You understand? So if anything that does not kill you only makes you stronger.
True.
This is just my belief. I don't know if it's other person's belief, but anything that doesn't kill you only make you stronger. So for the fact that you sweep your compound, you wash the plates, you go to the market, you do all these essential things that you're supposed to do, and you did not die, you only make you stronger and successful. I think it is what you need to give your children.
So that means it's right for both the boys and the girls to do the house chores, not just for a girl.
No. House chores is not actually meant for girls. Let me just be open.
Wow.
Now, I'm a guy.
Okay.
You understand? I can cook. I can wash plates. I can do anything I want to do. Why? Because the way I was trained. Nobody.
It's complete.
Nobody. Like in my house, then we have rotational.
Okay.
Yes, I have two sisters, and I as the only male child.
Okay.
And then we rotate. They're there for me to cook. I cook. They're there for her to cook.
Movements.
Yes. It was later they kicked me out of the kitchen.
Okay.
You understand?
All
now,
right.
but it helped me when I became a bachelor. I don't need to buy food. I cook
By yourself.
Myself. You want to test my cooking? My house is locked.
Mado. So don't come. You're not invited.
Don't come. So if I were not taught this way, so when I'm in my bachelorhood or when you get to the university, when you live alone,
that's the thing. Who will cook for you?
Cook for
You'll be spending money to buy food. If you calculate the money
you know what some of those guys do? They look for guys that could cook.
And then they squat with them.
Yes, as friends.
That's
now
it.
Do more of the cooking. And then do more of the eating.
That's true.
You understand?
Yes.
So if the way your dad or your mom treated you and it did not kill you, I don't see any reason for you not to give your son or your daughter that
the same
treatment, because that is what has actually made you succeed in life.
True.
Yes.
So if they see it like that, that means this world is going to be different thing. Entirely.
It is going to be a very, very conducive environment for people. You know, back in the days, when you pass by an elder, he calls you and knock you. You did not greet him.
Exactly. This now, if some children will even look at you into your eyeballs
and pass
and be
boldly and pass.
There was one, I was like, he wanted me to, because normally I would see him, I'll say, hey, how are you doing? He will say, I'm fine. So I noticed that consecutively, he wants me to ask you, how are you doing? Before you answer, I'm fine. I kept quiet one day, and I asked him, you did not see me, or you want me to ask you how are you doing first before you? I say anytime you did not greet me, it's not as if but that's how you teach the child. You understand?
It is that is the signature of the Gen Zs. That's what I'm telling you. It is the signatures of the Gen Z, because the way their parents teach them. You understand? So if you want to talk about this pampering and everything, I have a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
Let's talk about languages.
Yeah.
Now, our languages are dying.
True.
Our languages are dying. You give birth to a child and you speak more of, come here, Bobo, how you did? Bobo, waiting happen. You forget your language.
Yeah.
You understand? So you want the child to be touched
With English.
with English.
Pure English.
Ask me which kind of English.
Queen's English.
Just ask me that which kind of English.
What kind of English?
How you did? You
I
don't
don't-
talk. Go and wee wee.
This one is
Go
not
and-
English now.
The languages are actually going because you maybe don't want your child to be baku. But forgetting that languages are being meant to be learned at home.
Yeah.
But English is being meant to be learned in the school. That is why the school is being provided. So if a guest come in, and you want to talk to your child, you cannot talk
there's
to your
no
child.
secrets.
Yes. Because it's they feel they're trying to make their child look how they're pushed.
So what of the Queen's English?
Which Queen's English?
The come
You
on.
are-
Hello.
Oh,
How
you
you
and I
doing?
know that we don't speak English in this.
We don't. We do
don't
not
speak
speak.
English.
But actually, some people are really trying about the English.
Yeah, some people
Yes.
are trying, but the English you speak, if you go outside and speak,
You
they
cannot
hardly-
compare.
They hardly hear.
Yes.
I'll give
I've
you
not
a
gone there, Sha.
testimony of that. I have a friend from Zambia.
Okay.
Zambia, his name is Matthew.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes I feel very, very embarrassed speaking with him.
Why?
Because if I say, now you call me, we call son. He said, what is son? His son.
Yeah, his son.
You understand that kind of thing? So for us, yeah, we are comfortable when you say son. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So there are things like that. I just have to say, parenting is not an easy task. But
No,
you
it's
just
not.
get to know that pampering your child will only end. The end game is more than in fact, the loss is more than the profit. That is what I would say.
Now, when you see in some families now, the parents find it difficult to even correct the child. So does it mean that one now is over pampering?
Yes,
or-
it is. It is. If you cannot spoil the road, I mean, how they say it? Is it spare the road or spoil the child? Something like that. If you can't correct your child at home as a father,
Yeah.
then who will for you?
Some people will do it though.
No matter how it's being done.
Yes,
no matter how
it actually has
begins
to
at home.
start
It
from
has
the
to start
house.
from house.
Yes, it has to start from the parent. So my people, if you're spoiling your child thinking that you are doing it in a way to favor the child, not to suffer the child, I don't want my child to suffer, I don't want my child to go through hardship, and then you spoil him with so much things. We're not saying you should not buy gifts for your children, no, but know the way you should treat them. When you give them sweets, you follow what? You follow blala inside, isn't it? You follow small kid. When you give them, that's just it.
Yeah.
When you pamper your child, when you treat your child well, for example, now a child that is doing well, that means there was a small discipline.
Yeah,
there was
there
a
should be
discipline, not even
discipline.
small.
Yeah,
there was a discipline in it. You get?
You know? Do you know one thing that will amaze you in this Gen Z is before when you go out, when our fathers are coming in, we go and hide. But now when children of
Is that not being scared of the father?
he's not being scared. It's treatment.
Some children are scared of their parents.
I'm giving you this for a reason. Some child will want to do something and say, no, my mom will quarrel.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
my dad will do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But these Gen Zs now, you say, I'll tell your
Without-
father. You say, Gamishi, what will he do?
Jeez.
Like, what will he do? What will she do? Yes, he flog me. You understand? This is to tell you the level of pampering we have in, like, it's actually not making up. It's not actually making
Yeah,
up.
it's not.
It's not actually making up.
So we need to really train our children properly. My children are coming, his children are coming, and I think yourself has even come. So my people out there, if you know you have your child, as this young lady that you want to train your child in with sweets and chocolates and cake, everything, mommy, I want this, you buy. Mommy, I want this, you give. Mommy, I want that, you give. And then you don't discipline the child when he is wrong. You see it as he's just a child. When he grows with it, it will be very difficult for the child to
You see,
get
one thing
correction.
about this being a child, something I was under a guest preacher, and he said something that touched my heart.
Okay.
He said, we keep complaining that these children are very small,
Yeah.
but how comes the rate of initiation into secret courts come from the children.
True.
When sharing sweets and biscuits.
True.
So it's not. It is us that have that mentality that they are still small.
Yeah. Yeah, but people outside.
You understand? So don't see that person as a small child. See the person as a potential something you're training.
Yeah.
You understand? So you give more time. Treat that person like an adult to some point.
True.
Yes.
True.
Because you're registering something in that person's heart. and
Exactly.
his head.
What we think that it's too small for them, they are too small to learn. But what we don't know, what some parents don't know, is that whatever a child see, that is what he copies.
Instant.
Very easy. They use pictures, they use things that they see.
Yeah.
You understand? There are some words that we also say that the child picks immediately.
Yeah.
We think that it is nothing, he's just a child, and then he grows with that same attitude. You understand? And everything spoils at the end.
Yeah.
And then you come and start regretting. So we just pray that you won't regret training your child in a wrong way. So what would you want to tell our guests, advise them on how and ways to put their children together?
For my own, I would just say one word is enough for a wise.
All right.
One word is just enough for the wise. If all what we've said is not actually making sense to you, then I don't know. I'll still say it. I'm not saying you shouldn't provide for your child.
No.
I'm not saying it's your responsibility as
Exactly.
a father, as a mother, but overdoing it and then having that mindset of my children suffer this.
I don't want. No, I suffer this. I don't want my children
to suffer it. It's good on its own,
Yeah.
but we should be careful so it doesn't lead us to doom.
True.
So when any person corrects your child, tell your child that he's being corrected because what he or she did was actually wrong.
Very wrong.
Then he gives him that mindset that people can correct him even if it goes way beyond what's expected.
All right, people, you've heard my boss speaking to you, and I'm very sure that it has sunk into your head. But if it hasn't, please, you really need to learn. Google is there for you to go, and you can actually ask, how do I train my child to become responsible? Is it
So
it?
if you try that you go training, you African
Well,
training.
that's true, but if we can also see some write-ups there that will actually help. But I'm very sure that your parents trained you well, and that's why you are who you are today.
Yes.
So train your children rightly in the way of the Lord, and don't forget that, and they will not really depart from it. Thank you. And right now we're going to close the curtain for today.
Yeah. Thank you for joining.
I will say thank you and thank you. Don't forget, follow and subscribe to Eponams TV. Peace out and shalom.